So this is a short video on how to create a PayPal button that allows um, someone to enter in their own payment amount. For example, someone paying for the tour with a non-U.S. credit card, because otherwise it'll work automatically if they're paying with a U.S. credit card just from the form stack tour form. So you go to the tools section. You select PayPal buttons, and then there'll be a list of buttons. I'll just go through that process. Um, PayPal buttons. I've already created two. I'm just going to delete one of these. It's good practice, actually, as you go through and do stuff just to keep things clean. Something I haven't really done a whole lot of. So click on Capitur. We've already kind of made the button, but you'll see the same. You'll see kind of how it's made just through when I walk you through the edit button function. The most important piece here to make a PayPal button that allows for someone to enter in their own payment amount is to choose the donations as the button type. It's grayed out here. I guess once you choose a button type, you have to go along with whatever you've chosen. Otherwise, you go back and create a new button. Capitur is just organization name. Service. I'm not sure what's different about the donation ID, but I filled in the field just in case it could be useful. US dollars. We're not concerned about this because I'll show you in a second. We're not going to use this actual button. We're just going to draw a piece of information from it, from the HTML. This is a note that is relevant to us, but not because we are a nonprofit, so we don't. It's just making sure that if you are a nonprofit, you have to have that established with PayPal, or else you can't get more than 10 grand without explaining what you're using the money for. I use Elisa's email address that's associated with the account. 2 and 3 I don't use typically. So I click Save Changes. It's going to spit out an HTML. This is an HTML blurb that would create this active button, which could be put on a web page. So this would be useful if you wanted to plunk it into the middle of a web page. But all we really want is this value right here. That's what identifies this button amongst our other buttons. They all have this unique value. So click on that blurb, and it won't let you just sample that. So you have to copy it, go to like a Word document, and then from there you can copy this little blurb, go back, and then on the actual form stack page, let's see, I don't have it open yet right now. Go to build. And then on the actual build section of the page, go down to the payment option, payment section, go down to the description field that has the HTML. Click on it, and it's going to show us, we can edit the link. So you can see it's a PayPal link, and again, the only thing we have to put in is the ID, the button ID. That's what's unique. So this should actually take care of it. All the other information is going to be the same for all of our buttons. And click here is the text, so insert. If you want to check it out, just reload the page, come down, click here. Oh, that didn't work. So either didn't publish yet. Let me pause the video. The page just hadn't refreshed. So I just refreshed it again, and actually I scrolled over the click here, and you can see down on the bottom of the screen, it shows the button ID, and I remember the new button is 3TR, so I knew it was the correct link at this point. I clicked it, and I was brought to this page, Kappa Tour, reference, fall tour. They enter in the donation amount. We can just explain to them that that's just a payment field, um, and not to make it recurring, and go from there. Let's see. Let's try it out. 200. Enter. Probably make you log into PayPal. Oh, okay, got the value up there, and then it wants you to log into PayPal in order to pay it. So skip that process. And did a little research, and you can customize the checkout page, but you have to be a PayPal business. We could probably do that, I bet, with our nonprofit status, which they already have in their system. But it says we need to be an advanced user. And there's probably a way to change it so that the customized checkout doesn't show donations for the amount to be entered.